If you grew up watching Cartoon Network in the early 2000s, you probably remember a show about a treehouse full of kids waging all-out war against adults. Codename Kids Next Door wasn't just another Saturday morning cartoon, it was a declaration of independence from bedtime, a revolution against vegetables, a dream where every annoying adult rule finally got what was coming to it. Created by Tom Warburton, Codename Kids Next Door premiered in 2002 and immediately stood out, mostly because it looked like every kid's doodle notebook after way too much sugar. The show followed Sector V, 5 kids known only as numbers 1 through 5, who worked for a massive global organization dedicated to fighting adult tyranny, because, you know, adults suck.
Quick, tell number 4 to turn the truck around. I am number 4.
Gadgets, commonly referred to as the 2x4 technology, were incredible. These kids could build a helicopter out of a toothbrush and 2 couch cushions. It was DIY to the point of basically being Rust, but for kids. Each episode felt like a blockbuster filtered through a child's brain, full of explosions, ice cream, and dramatic slow motion shots that nobody asked for, but we appreciated it anyway. It wasn't subtle, but neither is a jetpack made from soda bottles. Beneath the cartoon chaos, Kids Next Door was surprisingly deep. It wasn't just about pranks and laser battles, it was about rebellion, individuality, and the universal truth that growing up kinda sucks. Every adult in the show represented some kind of exaggerated fear of maturity. Dentists, homework, bedtime, basically the big 3 of childhood oppression. And for all its humor, the show had a melancholy edge. Every Candy operative faced decommissioning at age 13. Their memories get wiped, their childhood is erased. It was their version of a midlife crisis, except there were more popsicles. Some of the show's most emotional moments came from that tension. The fear of growing up versus the duty to keep fighting for what makes being a kid special. And sure, they had a guy named the Toilinator, but somehow even that worked. The show's art style was bold and exaggerated. Thick outlines, weird proportions, and a lot of screaming. It felt like the Powerpuff Girls if someone handed the animator 6 cans of Monster and said, "Go nuts." But it wasn't chaos just for the sake of being chaotic. There was structure beneath the madness, a surprisingly rich world with global divisions, complex rules, and even rival organizations. It was like Star Wars if the rebellion was over curfews and bad report cards. The moon base alone was legendary. A floating kid-run headquarters in space. It made NASA look lazy. And then there were the episode titles. Those elaborate acronyms like Operation Caked. Each one spelled out a sentence that made sense only if you've been awake for 40 hours straight. So across 6 seasons, Kids Next Door built an entire mythology. Funny, heartfelt, and a little ridiculous. All leading to one of the best finales of the 2000s era. In the finale, number 1 is chosen to lead a new branch of the Candy in space. He says goodbye to his team, boards a ship, and disappears into the stars. A beautiful ending. It's bittersweet and, depending on your emotional maturity level, absolutely devastating. But that wasn't supposed to be the end. After the finale, creator Tom Warburton pitched a sequel, Galactic Kids Next Door. It would follow number 1 as he leads the Candy's intergalactic division. Basically, Star Trek for kids who still needed permission slips. In 2015, Warburton released a cryptic teaser online, a coded transmission fans could decode, revealing a new story involving aliens, conspiracies, and a possible war between the Earth-based Candy and their galactic counterparts. Fans were thrilled, the internet buzzed, and Cartoon Network said, "That's nice. How about we give you another season of Teen Titans Go?" Warburton later confirmed the project was real, but it was shelved. It was considered too dark for the network's new direction. Apparently, Intergalactic Childhood Rebellion didn't fit neatly between Uncle Grandpa reruns. So Galactic Kids Next Door was quietly cancelled. No pilots, no production, just a few concept sketches and the broken dreams of an entire generation. But to this day, fans still keep the idea alive. Every year or so, someone starts a petition hoping Cartoon Network will finally give them the green light, but it never works. In true Kids Next Door spirit though, we keep rebelling anyway. Codename Kids Next Door wasn't just a cartoon. It was a perfect metaphor for childhood itself. Loud, ridiculous, full of imagination, and gone way too soon. It taught us that rules can be broken, that friendship is everything, and that growing up isn't the same as giving up. And maybe, just maybe, somewhere out there, number 1 is still fighting the good fight. Probably against taxes or something, I don't know.